Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Talking Dirty with Maestro. As you have hopefully figured out by now, I am not Maestro. I'm B-Ron, filling in for the most interesting man in SimWorld, named Maestro himself. Hoping to have you back with us here soon, my friend. In the meantime, though, I am joined by SB Live's Duran. This is Duran's debut here on the SimWorld
Yes, it
TV
is.
program. Duran, it's so good to have you, my friend. How are you?
Hey, it's nice to be here. I finally got an opportunity to talk a little bit about what's going on. I'm very excited to be here filling in for Maestro. Hope he's doing all right. Hey, we got the Sinister showcase coming up, and there's a lot of good players hooping, man. I'm really excited for it. Looking forward to it.
Yes, I am very excited for this one as well. This is the first off-season period that this tournament is going on. It's a brand new one here to SimWorld in the off season. It is hosted by Isaiah James. Isaiah James, Doc Ock as we call him. He plays for the South Carolina Gamecocks in SimWorld U. He was a member of SimWorld Prep previously. Did play for the Beasts of the East when he was in SimWorld Prep. So he has some experience with these kind of off-season tournaments and environments, and he's willing to give back to the future of SimWorld and host this tournament. He's competing in it as well, but we'll go through the teams here and we'll let you know who's going to be in the tournament. There are 8 teams. It is a single elimination tournament, and it starts tonight. The recording is on Wednesday. It starts tonight on July 16th at 7 p.m. So tune in to that for sure. We'll be around for that one. And the championship game will take place the next day on July 17th at 7 p.m. So stick around for the rest of the tournament as it goes on through the process. It'll be taking place at the Louisiana Sportsplex in New Orleans, Louisiana. So without further ado, let's jump into these teams here. Let's go through these teams so we get you a bit of a look-see at who's going to be competing and who you'll see in this tournament starting tonight. Team 1. Jordan Scott from the Yacht Club, Cam Jones or SMU, Brendan Gaucher of the Philadelphia Elite, KJ Hills from the Southeast Select, and Mark Chisholm from the Syracuse Orange. By the way, haven't figured it out yet just by that listing of names here. This is another one of those tournaments where all of these will consist of players from both SimWorld U and SimWorld Prep combining their powers together and competing for a championship here in the tournament. So Team 2. Sauce Mo from Beasts of the East, Tony Medici from the Yacht Club, Kai Killens from the Alabama Crimson Tide will be a freshman for them next season. Junes Mason Jr. and Terrence Walker are the other 2 players on Team 2. For Team 3, you have Jay Midoriya, you have Justin Zhang, Garrett Hart, Ripikire, and Tyree Wells. Only one of those players is a SimWorld Prep player, that one being Justin Zhang. Team 4, Shamar Davis, Barkley James, Isaiah James, Monte Parson, and Isaac Onye-Franklin as Team 4. Team 5 is DeVar Schuyler, Dink Pate, Isaiah Orleans, Rizard Treshawn, and Pablo Carter. Team 6, Orion Centauri, Emilio Torres, Azriel Hawk, Tony Henderson, and Walter Eugene IV. Team 7, LeJordan Tompkins III, Azunda Mazaka, Tyler Allen, Emil Griffin, and I'm Gonna Beat Your Ass is on Team 7. And Team 8, Darius McBride, Suno Champa, Israel Hannibal, Biff Markham, and Ray Chunkmore. Those are your 8 teams competing in the Docs Sinister Showcase. We're so excited. I know I gave a lot of names right on off at you there, Duran. Let's jump into our discussion, though. Which of the prep players in particular are you excited to see? We can go back and forth on which one and why, that kind of thing. So you get the floor you're the guest. You get the floor.
All right. Well, hey, I'm gonna start off with one that I'm very excited to see hoop, and that is Walter Eugene the Fourth. I mean, this kid is what 7'3", 7'4", and he's shown during flashes in his some of the live runs that he might have an outside game. He's not a traditional center. So I think being the tallest kid in prep, as well as showing flashes of maybe being able to shoot a little bit, that's just going to be exciting all around. I'm hoping he puts on a pretty decent performance. He's shown that he can block shots, rebound at a pretty high level. So it's definitely going to be very exciting to see what he can do out there for sure.
It really is. I'm super excited for that one. I can't wait to see him. He was mine too, one of mine, for the reasons
Yeah.
you mentioned. But I'm gonna go in the new direction. You start with the big. I'm gonna go with the big as well. And I think you if you looked at the names of the rosters, you saw one that stuck out to you. The number one prospect in all of SimWorld Prep, Monte Parson from Ohio, playing for the Philadelphia Elite in his final season in SimWorld Prep. He's one that you have to keep an eye out for. He's on a really talented team too. The James
He
brothers,
is.
that team is really nasty. We'll get into our team
Philadelphia,
favorites later, but
they
yeah,
are loaded, but yeah.
they really are loaded. Monte Parson is definitely another one that I am looking forward to seeing, just because he's got so much talent on him, and he's worked on various parts of his game throughout his time here in SimWorld Prep. He's taking on very different roles too. Last season really wasn't the focal point for Philadelphia. He was, but he didn't have to be that all the time because they had his other guys around him last season, and he has more talent around him this season as well, with some of his teammates are playing in this tournament as well, like DeBar Skyler as well. But any other players you're looking forward to seeing?
Actually, on the topic of Philadelphia, I have to go with, coming from Team 1, Brandon Gaucher, who also plays with DeVar Skyler and Monte Parson. He has shown, I mean, he was the number one recruit in the Southeast. And, I mean, he's just shown throughout the entire offseason that he can get a bucket, at his size on all three levels. There was a scrimmage that they had versus
Syracuse?
Yes. Yep, and he put on a show. I've seen some of that, and everything I've seen from Brandon Gaucher the entire offseason, I just love his game. I'm very excited to see what he does here.
Absolutely. I like that pick. I like that pick too. One of the other ones for me that I have to go with Justin Zhang from the Heartland Zombie Stars. I really like, what he did last season with them, and I think with him continuing to play for Brian Lovelace in the upcoming season here, a veteran coach here in SimWorld, I think that he is in a great spot to be a leader for them this coming season. He is he's a young man who, he can get his own shot. He takes care of the basketball, and he's got a pretty nice jumper as well. He ended up shooting 47% last season.
47%
from the field. Yeah. So I mean, and also he's a willing passer. So I think you need a guy like that on your team, and I think that with him passing the ball to guys like Garrett Hart, Rip Akira, and Tyree Wells, and Midoriya too. His
Midoriya as well.
His team's also pretty.
U3 is they're stacked from head to toe for sure.
Yeah.
I don't disagree with that pick at all. Justin Zhang, he's definitely going to be one to look out for. Another pick that I have, he's another newer recruit. It's Tony Medici. He's playing for Team 2, coming from the Yacht Club. And I think just his player archetype in general is just very intriguing to me, because if I'm not mistaken, he is a guard, but they have him playing the big at the Yacht Club. And, he's an undersized big, with that being said. But it's going to be very exciting to see what he can do, because, he can carry the ball, dribble and things like that. Things that you really don't see from bigs, but since he's undersized, he's a lot faster, and it's just going to be very exciting to see what he can do.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to seeing what Tony Medici can do.
Yes, absolutely. I definitely like that pick too. There's another guy here. I've mentioned my first two guys have been returning players in SimWorld Prep, but I want to focus on a new one here that's coming, because you've given them some love to some of the new guys coming in. I also want to do that as well. I'm gonna be Joad. That is one of the names one of the names in SimWorld Prep this season for sure. I am at the moment trying to find exactly where he's playing. I believe it was Gulf Coast Lockdown. Yes, he is. Gulf Coast Lockdown joining them this season. Listen here, it's 6'11", and
yeah,
we talked about height and with Walter Eugene earlier, but height is one of those things that at the high school level, it's so tough to guard because there are not many kids that tall.
Exactly. There's not too many kids who are 6'11", 224. Like, I'm gonna beat your way.
Yeah, not in high school. Not in high school, that's for sure. And he's got. It looks like he's got it all seemingly. At the big level at his age, he's got the traditional back to the basket style of play, or so. He can finish at the rim.
Yep.
He is a solid defender in the post, and he can block shots as well, from what I've seen in some of his open run footage and some of the scrimmages for Gulf Coast. I think that him with playing with Pseudo Champa and Biff Markham, Israel Hannibal, and Derek Bryan, I think that's, I'm sorry, he's with Tompkins, Mazaka, Allen, and Griffin. I think that's another team to look out for too, in my opinion. But yeah, I'm gonna beat you as another one that I'm looking out for in the tournament in particular. This is a great. Every time I say it, I'm like, man, I have to watch how I say it because you know what I mean. We're right there on that line, man. How'd that name get through? Parenting, I don't know, but hey, it did. The Bicho family, hey. Let me look out. But who else you got, my friend?
Yeah, all right. So another person I have, a newer player, and I haven't actually seen too many people talk about him in general, but Jubes Mason Jr. coming from the Heartland Zombie Stars. This kid is 6'8", very athletic. He puts on a show every time when it comes to his dunking and shot blocking. I think he's going to be he's definitely going to be very exciting to see as a lob threat, next to, like I said, Tony Medici and Kai Killens, Sauce Mo, Terrence Walker. I think he fits in perfectly with that team. It's going to be very exciting to see what he can do.
All right, okay. I'll give you one more. Let's do one more. I'll give you one more here. And I am going to go with, man, and the thing about it is, like, there's so many names here, too, to where you feel bad leaving off a player or that kind of thing, because right. Like, oh, you're not paying attention. I can see the comments now, Deron. Watch me in the tournament. You didn't mention my name. I see it now.
Hey, gotta love it.
I gotta love it, man. Gotta love it. One of the other guys, I'm gonna stick on Gulf Coast here. Another returning player, Isaac Onye Franklin. Another Texas kid. He's another 6'11" guy, and he is another one who could score on multiple levels. He's got a jump shot too. And he's tough to defend down low as well. So when you look at this guy, he led the team last season in field goal percentage, 66%. He did make 1 3 last season. So look, I know it was only one, but look, that if you can make one, that shows you can do it in general, right? So,
exactly. Yeah.
So even if you don't have to respect it all the time, you can't leave him open because he might make one.
Hey, he can make another.
He can make another one. Exactly. And that's where the confidence for a guy like that comes in. If you know you can make one, like you said, you can make more and more, and it builds for that. And that will make him more dangerous as a 6'11" big too. Because if you can stretch the floor, that's gonna cause problems for your opponent too. Because they're gonna have to come out and defend you and leave the paint open for some of the slashers, the smaller guys, to get in there and have easier chances at buckets when you have to respect that shot. Now, again, 1 3-pointer doesn't mean I have to respect you all of a sudden, sure. But you have to keep it in mind is the point they're trying to make here. And again, looking at that team, you have Monte Parson on that team, too. Monte's not going to shoot threes. I don't know him doing that.
Yeah, he's going to get you on the inside. That front court that's a really good front court. Monte Parson and Isaac Onye Franklin.
Yeah, absolutely. It really, really is, man. I'm the more I talk about this tournament, the more I get excited about it. So let's talk about some of the teams that we're looking forward to seeing as far as like your favorites and who you think is gonna possibly win the whole thing. Because you can see the bracket here and how it's laid out. So what you got here?
All right, so the team I have winning it all, I mean, there's a lot of great teams, so it is kind of hard to. It's really hard to pick. But if I did have to choose which one I'm leaning towards the most, I think it would be Team 3, just because they have so many different SimWorld U players, along with Justin Zhang, who, I mean, he's a prep player, but last year he on the Zombie Stars, he's shown that he can get to his spots with ease. He can knock down jumpers, willing passer, like you said. And I mean, during the offseason, for some of the runs I've seen, it looks like he's only gotten better. So I
Yes,
mean, when you
yes.
put him around talent like this, I just think it's a recipe for greatness.
I like it. I like it. So I like your pick of Team 3. I
Yeah.
am gonna go Team 4 though. As far as who I think is gonna win it all, I think
Okay.
they have the perfect mesh of a team comp in terms of shooting and defense. They have it on both sides of the ball. You got Barkley James can shoot lights out, best of them as far as a SimWorld U player goes. Isaiah James, lockdown defender, as we all know from
Yeah.
his prep days and his college days. Same with Barkley again in terms of being a knockdown shooter. And again, when you have the number one prep player on your team, I feel like that gives you as good a chance as anybody to win. Someone who has very high expectations coming into the season. I think that Parson is going to want to continue to show that he wants to be the next big man up for Ohio State potentially if he ends up going there come commitment time and that kind of stuff. I've got Team 4 winning it all. I will say though, I like that we're getting that Akira Parson matchup early.
Yeah, yes, I agree. That's going to be a matchup to watch for sure. Team 3 just a Team 4 is going to be great to watch.
It absolutely is. I think so. I got Team 4 winning it all. You have Team 3 winning it all. Who do you think that they're going to end up facing though in that championship game?
Okay, so that would have, in my opinion, that would probably have to be. Ooh, okay. Man, there's a lot of good teams.
It's a tough
there's
one to
a
pick,
lot
right?
of good teams.
You got 4 to choose from. You got 4 to
there's
choose
a
from.
lot
That's the
of
problem,
good
right?
teams.
Slim picking.
Okay, yeah, I want to say let's go Team 5. DeVar Skyler, Dink Pate, Isaiah Orleans, returning player, Rizar Trayshawn, and Pablo Carter. I think that team, I think they have what it takes to meet them. Like I said, I got Team 3 winning it, but Team 5 is also a very tough team. So I could see them meeting them in the final.
That's a good pick. I like that. Look, this is like you said. It's real tough to pick. It really is.
Yeah, there's a lot of great teams.
There's so many great teams and there's a lot of good talent in this tournament here in general. But if I had to pick one of those teams from that bottom part of the bracket here, I am gonna have to lean towards Team 8.
8, yeah.
Team 8, yeah.
Team 8 is really nice.
I really like what they have with obviously the college guys, with Choppa being there and McBride being there. But I think that Hannibal Markham and Chuck Moore, those 3 are going to be huge for Team 8. I think they will provide, especially Hannibal, he'll provide a grittiness that Team 8 needs, I think, that will rally the guys around him. And with Choppa being the older, one of the older kids on the team, being a plays for Oklahoma, entering his sophomore season there, I think that he'll be that leader that they need too. So I can see it being Team 4 and Team 8 in the championship game, and you've got Team 3 and Team 5.
Team 3 and Team 5, yeah. Hey, I'm not mad at the pick with Team 8 though. I'm not mad at it at all. Yeah. Team 8 is a very nice, gritty team. I like it a lot.
It's going to be really fun. Really, really fun. Well, I want to hear from you guys now. Now it's your turn. Let us know in the comments below who you think is going to end up winning the Docs Sinister Showcase. Again, that starts tonight at 7 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time. Be there, be square. I know you don't want to be square, so I know you'll be there anyway, right? Duran, thank you again for joining me. I really appreciate your time, my friend. And before I let you go, I got to ask you a question. No one's known this, and I'm very disappointed that no one has gotten this answer right. But I need to know that somebody else knows the answer, and they've seen the show before, to know what Maestro says when he closes the show. So I gotta ask you, what do we never let Jason Bourne do?
Borrow your car.
Thank God. We'll see you later, guys. Have a good one.